Welcome. The Fresh Air is Overrated, the weekly source for anything gaming with Wild Matt and Curbs.
And Steiner.
Against 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's going on? Plenty of fails to start this episode, but that's all right. We're doing good now. Talk about who we are. Hey, I'm Wild Matt. We're doing a show called Fresh Air is Overrated. It's episode number 227. That's a lot. It's a lot of them. It's a Thursday, April 27th, 2017. And hey, Steiner's here with me. Yes. On
At least
Skype.
Matt's not by himself.
On Skype, because the UI sometimes likes to pop up for no reason.
Yeah.
It just likes to do that. So yeah, megascripture.com, that's the website. Go check it out. VODs, MP3s, they're all there. And I just added an RSS feed for 360p video. So if you want a lower quality video just because of your bandwidth or something, it's like each episode, the video for the 360p is about 150 megabytes as opposed to the almost 2 gigs per episode that we do in the 720. So there's a difference. It's a pretty big difference. So hey, and the 360p looks and sounds great. So if that's what your thing is,
it should sound great. I don't know about it. It's
for 360p. It looks pretty alright.
Okay, yeah, but it's still 360p.
Well, yeah, of course. What else is it gonna be?
If you're watching 360p today, I feel bad for you.
Hey, there's some internet out there sometimes, especially if you're on like some kind of wireless connection. It just gets shitty during storms or something.
Maybe you should shoot yourself.
Sure. Why not? iTunes, go there. That's where you can find all our podcasts. Wherever else you can find podcasts, they're there as a video and an audio form. And we air live on, let's just say our 2 main channels is twitch.tv/megascorchertv. And then we have the YouTube right now, which for the last week, this is the last week we're on the temporary YouTube. So let's just bring up our regular YouTube. It's youtube.com/megascorchertv/live. That's where we're going to be from next week. So right now we're still on the temporary, but hey, whatever. We got some Twitch news later to discuss. But for now, let's go to the games we're playing. So let's do that. Do you want to start it off?
Sure. StarCraft 2, obviously. Went back and played a fair bit of the Dragon Age 3.
Dragon Age 3.
Yep. Or just, yeah. Let's go with the Dragon Age 3. What else did I play? I guess just also screwing around with Unity again. Trying to figure out how to import assets and shit like that.
Sounds like fun.
It is a lot of work to get something to look like not horrible.
If you say so, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I do want to say, what did I play?
StarCraft and Dragon Age and something else.
Yeah. I guess Hexic on the Android.
On the Android, weird.
Yeah.
I guess, is that just a thing that somebody made? Oh, yeah, Hexic, that's like this. Yeah, okay, that's a puzzle game, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Pretty much,
Okay,
yeah.
For some reason I was thinking about Hexen. Totally different. Totally different game.
No. Yeah, completely different.
Mm-hmm.
I actually should play some Hexen. It's been a while.
Why not? It's not bad. Oh, hey, there's your overlay. Nice. I always forget to put it up, but there it is. All right. So the games I've been playing, mostly old stuff. I've been broadcasting a lot of it. I finished Mega Man 3. Yay me. Finishing
again?
Mega Man again. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Mega Man 3 is probably my favorite one, so that's the one I tend to go back to the most. On the NES anyways. If I had to go regular Mega Man, 9 is actually probably my favorite. 9 is actually fucking amazing. It's so good. I love 9 a lot, but
yeah. Like I actually preferred the X Mega Mans, but
I do like X a lot. X is pretty good too, but then it got to a point where it was just especially the 3D ones. Like do
That's the
not
way
play
I
the 3D
typically
ones.
feel like when I start playing a Mega Man game, I feel like it. Yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. And then 3 hours into it, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm kind of done with this. I've beaten like 4 bosses or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I've gotten my fill of retro games, and I'm done.
Mega Man 3 kind of gets a little bit harder when you hit the not even the Wily, the stuff before Wily gets significantly harder than the regular levels. Or is it the other way around with 3? I don't remember. I just finished it, and it's funny because I finished it so many times, so I kind of just can finish it. So,
like 4 and 6, I think, were the 2 that I played the most.
Sweet. 4 is not that good.
Yeah.
6 is all right. 5 and 6 are okay. 4 is the one that you're just like, I don't know. Maybe they should stop making these and just keep going with the X. Mega Man 7 is all right. That's a Super Nintendo game.
I don't think I've ever played 7.
But yeah, anyways, Mega Man.
So it was 8 and 9 that they are the new ones, right?
No. It's 7, and then 8 is a PS1 game, and then 9 is the new one, and then 10 is another new one.
Okay.
That are just
so
NES.
Started at 9. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're just 8-bit based.
Yeah.
All right. Other old stuff. I mentioned this last week. Superstars 2. WWF Superstars 2. That's a Game Boy game. That's a wrestling game. That's old. It's not very good.
Game Boy or Game Boy Color?
Game Boy.
Shit.
Game Boy, yes.
That's old.
Cobra Triangle, which is a rare game on the NES, which kind of controls like RC Pro-Am, but you're a boat. And you're doing, not races, you're accomplishing tasks for the most part. There's some levels where you just have to get to the finish line, but you're not really racing against anybody. You're just going to the finish line and then shooting things and getting power-ups in those levels. And there's other levels where you fight a giant dragon, and there's another level where you fight a giant... it's something else. It's not a dragon. I forget. But yeah. There's a level where you have to protect 9 guys in a square, and there's a bunch of boats that want to grab them. So you have to like save them from being kidnapped. It's a silly game, but it's pretty good. And then, WrestleMania Challenge. So Superstars 2 is on YouTube. You can go watch me play that. It's on the series called Old School. There's a playlist on YouTube. Go check it out. And WrestleMania Challenge is an NES game. It's a sequel to the WrestleMania game. They just added challenge at the end. And it was like, okay, cool. And that's not a good game. They did the same concept from the first game where you would listen to the theme songs while you're wrestling. So it's cool in this game because there's tag team mode and there's a Survivor Series mode even in this game. So when you tag your partners in and out, the music changes on the fly to the guy you just tagged in. So, that's pretty all right. But the gameplay is not very good. It's not a good game. It has one of those it's isometrical. It's like on the diagonal, and it's weird. It's just weird. Anyways, FAIOR Pro Wrestling is a good diagonal one of those games, but not this one, not WrestleMania Challenge.
Yeah, wrestling I wouldn't think ISO would be all that great because I think you'd want it to be straight on to the ring, not on.
Yeah, but the FAIOR Pro is all right. The FAIOR Pro does it good.
Okay.
That series has been around for a long time too. So, but the last one I played was probably on the GBA. That's a long time ago. All right, well, that's it. That's all I got for games I'm playing. Nothing new. All old shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the new releases. There's some stuff like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. That's out this week. It's Mario Kart 8 with a new battle mode. Well, I guess it's not new. It just has new maps. I guess that's what I should have said. It has new maps. So they're like a battle arena maps instead of just the regular races. So it's actual battle mode now. So yeah, I guess that's the biggest difference. All the DLC characters and everything are all in there unlocked from the start. So you have a lot of characters to choose from right off the bat, as opposed to how it regularly came out, where you had to either unlock them playing the game or pay.
Yeah.
For most of it. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 for the PS4. I talked about that like 2-3 weeks ago. There was a demo that came out before the actual game came out. So there you go. Now it's actually out. Puyo Puyo Tetris for the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. Oh, hey, this reminds me of something else I played. So on the Super Nintendo, do you remember that there was a cart that had 2 games on it? And it was Tetris and Dr. Mario.
Yes.
That's a sick-ass cart. I barely remember even that cart being out, but I just played it randomly this week. And, it's pretty badass how you can switch between the 2 games. There's a mode in there where it just switches.
No,
yeah.
I don't know if I ever played that particular.
Well, because most of the games where it's a Tetris combined with something like Puyo Puyo right now, so it's a Tetris and Puyo Puyo is even more interesting because they actually combine them in the game. So you get Tetris pieces and Puyo Puyo pieces, and you have to find a way to fucking mix them up and actually clear the lines and do that business, which is an interesting concept. With the Dr. Mario and the Tetris on the Super Nintendo, it just switches back and forth. They're like playing Tetris, and then you go to Dr. Mario. And the cool thing is, it's a game that's always a multiplayer game. So even if you're playing alone, you still see an AI. The AI sucks though. I don't know if you can set the difficulty in that game. I didn't really look into it too much, but it just switches between the 2 games. This game, yeah, it actually combines the 2 games when you play the combined version. When you play the multiplayer, though, it's cool. Yeah, you should just look it up. If Puyo Puyo Tetris, it's not hard to look up. Tetris,
yeah, I just did.
Tetris multiplayer. If you know how it works, it's very similar to just multiplayer Tetris. Batman Arkham VR is available on the PC. So if you've been waiting for that, go get it. It's probably expensive still. If I had to guess, I don't know the price, but it's probably like $15 or $20 still. It was my guess. VR is expensive. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be cheaper on PC than it would have been on.
Is it? I don't know. VR shit's still pretty expensive on the PC. I'm gonna look that up right now. Batman VR PC prices. Okay, that's a PS4. That doesn't give me anything. Oh, Steam. Oh, it's on sale. But that's okay. Do you get everything? Does that come with the VR?
Yeah. 22 Canadian.
You see, that's still pretty expensive. Yeah, that's $20. Yeah. $20 American. We're getting a deal.
Yeah, I guess you would be because that should be more like 26 or 27.
Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment is out on the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Linux. I have Shovel Knight free. I think this is just. I want to say this is an actual sequel though, so. I guess.
Or no, there was DLC for Shovel Knight coming out. I remember.
Okay, so this might just be DLC. Sure.
The DLC, sure. Yeah.
Blaze Blue Central Fiction is out on the PC. I don't know if Blaze Blue was on the PC before, but whatever this is, I guess it's like an updated thing that has everything in it, if I had to guess. And then City Skylines came out on Xbox One. We talked about that not that long ago. Now it's out.
I have no idea how you'd play that with a controller, but hey.
SimCities was possible, so I'm sure they figured it out.
Good.
I'm sure they figured it. Well, it depends
like
what
SimCity. Yeah, sure.
Depends what SimCity you're talking about. Like the regular ass SimCity, that's fine. You're just laying down shit, and then you push the L button, and then you go to the menu, and then you just pick what you want to lay down.
Sure,
and then you
I
go
haven't
back.
played City Skyline, but I think it's a fair bit more involved than that.
Yeah, but it can't be that hard with a controller to do it. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
We
Blizzard
that
put
kind of stuff out lately.
StarCraft out on the 64, so hey.
Yes.
But that was not playable.
With a great controller on that N64, I tell you what. It's a great controller. Plays everything. Anything you want. There's a D-pad and an analog stick on it. Like, what else could you want? Has both right on it.
Yeah, Dawn of War 3 is out this week, which is another reasonably...
I didn't write down anything else. That's all I got.
Sniper Elite 3. No, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3.
Yes, that's a different game. It's a different game.
Yeah.
Apparently that game takes 5 minutes to load when you first load it. Every time. Every time.
Wow.
Yes.
That's getting pretty high up there. A lot of games are getting to that point though too.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, like GTA takes a long time on the consoles,
Yeah.
but that's just installing it, and after that, you're good. I guess Metal Gear
No,
had,
it's still a pretty long load time.
it wasn't that long. It wasn't 5 minutes. That's for goddamn sure. It was at least like
I think
maybe
it would have been
one-
pretty close to that.
Maybe no way, because I played it on the PS3 a lot. That's the only place I played GTA 5. I realized I wanted to play it on the next gen, but I was just man, do I rebuy this game? I don't know. I don't want to play the online. I guess not. Anything else out? Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool. Let's go on to the news because man, there is some news this week. Did I go to? Oh man, I got the wrong overlay again. I think. Anyways, news of the week. Everybody's Golf. If you're not familiar with that title, that is what Hot Shots Golf is called in Japan.
Oh, now. No, Europe.
Well, Japan and Europe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure there's like an actual Japanese name to it
Fair
in
enough.
Japan, but I'm pretty sure
It
it's
would
just called
translate.
Everybody's Golf in Japan. Weirdly enough, people understand what that means in Japan.
Mm.
Hey, everybody, and then golf. I don't even know what that means. They probably call it golf in Japan, to be honest. If I had to assume, it has to be
Probably.
golf everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you'd think that with football, but yet then that's soccer.
Football's another thing, though. Football's an entirely different thing. Golf is like older than it has to be older than American football, anyways.
Yeah. Well, football's been around for likely 1,000 or so years with.
Yes. Anyways, okay. So the thing is, I was reading on the PS blog that this game is coming out August 29th, and it's not being called Hot Shots Golf here. It's being called Everybody's Golf.
That's a really soft release.
It looks very
like-
much like Hot Shots, and this is $50 Canadian.
Yeah.
So it's a little
Well,
bit cheaper.
it is Hot Shots. It's just now they're calling it everybody's golf.
Yes.
Worldwide, opposed to
everywhere. Yes. Everybody has the same name. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what my mouth wanted to say, and I just couldn't get it out. I mean, $50 not a bad deal, and if you really like Hot Shots, this looks like
Yeah.
Hot Shots, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And
It's been a while since they've actually released a Hot Shots game as well.
Well, there was one on the PS3, maybe even two, but there's definitely one on the PS3. Shit, no, there was
from what
two,
I
I think.
From what I recall, it's been 7. Like I read something, it was 7 years. It's been 7 years.
Oh shit. Okay, well maybe there was just one then. Oh, there was one on the Vita.
That might be what. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be it. No, 7 years. That seems like way too long for the Vita.
No, I meant for like a main console.
like a main one.
But
Yeah, sure. The Vita one was very good, so I'm not scared that this is gonna suck. It's still the same developer, Clap Happy or Happy Hands or whatever the hell it is. I forget what it is, but yeah. Hey, Nesticle, if you're familiar with that, good on you because it's 20 years old. Last week, pretty much 6 days ago, April 21st. So if that doesn't make you feel old, makes me feel old. Because Nesticle was cool. It was like one of those first ones where it was just easy to get and you could just play it and just do shit with it. Nesticle and the Super Nintendo emulators were like some of my first ones. I think it was SNES 9X even. Back in the day. You don't look too impressed with emulators.
no, I'm just reading the Hot Shots Golf. Yeah, so 2007, and then the Vita one came out in 2007 as well.
Oh shit! Like the same year, crazy.
Yeah,
That
6
doesn't
months
seem
later.
right?
Or
So,
7
maybe
months
there
later.
was two
Oh,
PS3 games then. That doesn't seem right to me. But anyways, because the Vita. How long have I had the Vita? Like 4 years, 5 years? It hasn't been 7. There's no way.
No,
way.
sorry, this was PSP,
PSP.
not-
Well, yeah, yeah.
2007.
That's Out of Bounds 2.
Open T2.
Well, Open T2, sure. Out of Bounds is the PS3 one. And then there might have been an Out of Bounds 2. Might have.
No, there was a Vita one in 2011.
Okay, 11. That makes more sense to me. What was that one called? Anything special? World Invitational.
World
or
Invitational.
something. Yeah. Yes. So, yeah. I play those Hot Shots games a lot. I think I want to say I've played all of them. I could be wrong.
This is saying that it was Vita and PS3. So it's been 2011.
All right. I guess it came out on the PS3 later.
Maybe.
All right. Anyways, hey, emulators. Nesticle. The one that made it sound like testicle.
Yep.
It's 20 years old.
I don't know which emulator that is, so.
It plays NES games, if you couldn't tell.
Well, I get that, but I don't think
it's one of those super old ones, SNES 9X,
Yeah.
where it kind of looks like an old school Windows DOS thing.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of what Nesticle was doing too.
Okay. Because
Except that the pointer was a bloody finger.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes. It was that kind of emulator. It was probably kids developing this stuff and having fun with it. Well, kids, let's say 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
At the time. Who knows? I'm just making stuff up here. I have no idea about the development of Nesticle at all. I don't know if I know much about any emulators. I know more about, I guess, like cracking and jailbreaking and stuff. I know more about the people in that scene. Maybe not anymore. Maybe not anymore. Because Geo got caught and he might be working for Sony now. I have no idea what he's doing. I have no idea. That was a long time ago. All right. Got a video here. Friday the 13th. That
Worst game ever.
Sure. Well, actually, before we go... Well, no, I'll play that video first. Why not? So, this was... what's it called? Fan-funded... Whatever.
Yeah,
that is.
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. There you go. There's so many of those now. The original, the OG. Yeah, so it's just... It's a 7-on-1 asymmetrical online thing where you're 7 kids at the camp, Crystal Lake Camp or whatever the hell it is here. And you try to survive.
The thing is, like that's the issue that I have with this is that
shit.
No, you cannot kill Jason. That's
you can still lay traps and he gets stuck for a little bit.
Maybe.
But, he doesn't die.
So the concept is that you are just surviving.
Yes, I guess so.
I just don't.
Play a game that's like 5 hours.
Well,
that's
the thing. How long are these timelines? Because you survive. Well, it's survive until daylight.
Oh, all right.
Is what the concept was.
That sounds doable.
However long, like that, is that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour? Like that'd just be a very long, boring game to me. If you're talking like any reasonable.
How I feel about
the
this
point
is
that you
the
can't
same.
actually kill them or anything is just stupid to me.
Well, here's the thing. I feel the same way about this that I do about that big monster game, whatever it was called. What was that thing called again? It was like a one-word game. It was by 2K and the guys who made Left 4 Dead. What the fuck was that game called?
Evolve?
Yeah, Evolve. There you go. One-word game. Got it. Yeah, it reminds me of that. It's just... Who the fuck wants to play
Evolve,
the one dude versus the bunch of them? Like, it sounds great in theory, but then you actually play it, it's just like, yeah.
Well, that game was problematic because it was imbalanced and everything, and when it launched, it was imbalanced.
Yes.
They fixed a few things to make it a little easier for the monster. I can't remember what the fuck they actually called the thing, but...
Well, there was a few of them, so it could be different ones.
Yeah, I guess that's true. The issues, those games, that makes more sense because you can still kill the thing. In this, you can't kill Jason. You are just running for however long the match is.
Yeah, so I guess
in the Evolved or Left 4 Dead or whatever, you're running and trying to get to a point where you can bottleneck and do things like that.
And eventually, yes. Yeah.
That makes more sense to me than just running.
But can you kill Jason though? That's the thing. Can you?
No.
Even if you think you killed Jason,
in the movie,
he comes back. God damn it! God, he's an asshole.
But like the stupid, like in the trailer there, they show him getting hit by a car and the car explodes.
Well, no. To be fair, he hit it before the car hit him.
Oh, okay.
Did you miss that part? Because I totally saw it.
No,
He
I
hit
saw it, but that's just asinine.
Dude, he's like the Hulk, you know? He just there you go.
Yeah.
Hulk smash, card gone.
Sure.
You know. Whatever, man. It's I know.
It's a
like
Kickstarter, so I don't.
I would at this
it's not
point I
gonna
wouldn't
do
even call it horror. What do you would like a thriller, fake, comedy ish?
Well, I think they are classifying it as a horror survivor.
Oh yeah, no, the game, yeah, sure, but I'm
Oh.
thinking of the actual movie now.
Movie.
Yeah.
Fuck, I could care less.
Yeah, Jason. Anyways, the actual news is that it's coming out May 26th, which is
Yeah.
a month from now, and the trailer's out that we just showed. So there you go.
Yep.
Bayonetta got a PC patch, and it wasn't big. It was like a few kilobits or kilobytes, let's say even, and it was only a small JPEG of Vanquish, leading to people to believe that they're re-releasing Vanquish on the PC at 60 frames and looking all good at 4K, 60 frames. You know, Vanquish at the time was kind of meh, but nowadays it's all right. It's all right. It aged
In what
okay. Because at the
Like
time
just-
it was just like it was like a weird look. It's kind of like Gears of War, but it's weird Japanese robot shit.
Yes. Yeah. Because I saw it like Gears of War meets what's that ice planet?
Dark Planet. No, Lost Planet. No,
Lost Planet. Yeah,
Is it-
Lost
yeah, Lost
Planet.
Planet.
Lost Planet. So I saw it as a mix between Lost Planet and Killzone, or not Killzone, fucking Gears.
yes, yeah. Except you slide on your knees, and that's cool. It's just way faster than Gears. I think that's why it aged good, because it doesn't play like Gears. It just, a lot of people, that's what they thought when it first came out. It has that flair that all the Platinum games have.
I do have it downloaded, but I haven't actually played it because it was on PlayStation Plus at some point in time.
I think that might be on the Xbox 360 backwards compatibility list. Maybe it won't be up res and shit. It's just gonna be the 360 version on an Xbox One. But hey, you can play it for free if you already own it.
Yeah.
I honestly, I kind of been thinking about getting an Xbox One lately, because I have a lot of Xbox 360 games downloaded digitally. I bought into it hardcore early. I was like, let's do this, and then I was just like, oh man, my physical game, I had a Rock Band 2 disc that had scratched up, and I was like, it red ringed 3 times before that, and then it scratched a disc after I got the new red ringed repaired one. I was just like, well, I'm done, and then I just went to PS3. But that Xbox One looks pretty all right now. Looks like it could be a system to get soon.
Yeah, that rental system they're trying to roll out is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what, $10 a month US is what they said.
Something like that.
It's not a bad price too.
No.
And I feel like they'll be pretty liberal in putting the first party stuff up. Just like, hey, we own this already. You just pay it.
I would think, because
it.
to that it wouldn't. It's just like, why wouldn't you?
You know
Because
what?
they wouldn't be technically paying anyone any money. It's their service, so they'd just be. And a lot of those games would be games a lot of people would probably want to try to
and
play.
that you can't really buy new from them anyways.
Right.
Well, the 360 games, yeah, you can buy them technically, I guess. But if you're paying $10 a month, it's just like, here you go.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say though is I hope that they someday start doing the Xbox original games. That'd be pretty badass. I don't think that many people want that, but I would totally fucking play Xbox original games just for the fuck of it.
I don't think they will. If
Well,
they
you could-
do
you
release
could
them,
do-
they'll likely just have the upres master version or whatever.
You do have a point. The Halo, the games that matter, they've done that already.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, you could just do that with the Xbox 360 game that they did, the Halo Anniversary Edition. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But both of them are doing, like, Sony has a fuck ton of shit from PlayStation and PlayStation 2 that they re-release or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And those old graphics are totally in that game. So
Yeah.
push the black button. The white button is my favorite.
I forgot that was actually, it's white and black or whatever.
Yeah, it had 6 face buttons. It was good for fighting games, not good for very many other things.
Yeah.
Dota 2, if you want to play that right now, you gotta put... Well, okay. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. If you want to play ranked matches, you got to put in your phone number that can accept text messages. So if you're on a landline that does not accept text messages, you're fucked.
Yeah. I didn't realize that actually that was. I know you have to have.
Maybe it does actually do a call. It could actually maybe do a call.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I know you have to associate a phone number to your account.
Yes.
So that you're not having people with multiple accounts. Is the.
I guess they've been having a problem with that right now.
Yeah. Well, it's because people get to a high level and then they're playing against really good players. So they're like, fuck it. It's a free game. I can just make a random account on a random email and make it and just start from scratch again.
Jerks.
And start playing like complete nubs and wreck face.
Destroying them.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you would want to do that, to be honest.
Yeah. It's a little weird to me as well on the K. Like I play plenty of StarCraft, so it's all ranked shit that like I'm playing against. There's actually very few people that are my ability level. They're either better than me or much worse than me.
Yeah.
Now the people that are better than me, it's like sometimes like I typically play for the long game, so they always try to rush. So if I can actually counter their rush, then I win.
That's true for most games, right? Not even just StarCraft. That's true for most games. But sometimes you just find that one game where it's just so good and it's just so close, and you're just like, man, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's what you want every fucking time.
Yeah.
Screw just destroying people like that.
And again, that's also mainly because
but
StarCraft's community is only like 50 or like 200 or not even like 100,000 people or something like that, like worldwide.
Yeah, that's all right.
Like on at any given time. On at any given time, I mean. Yeah, no, I know it's not horrible. Like I can find games. It's just the matchmaking isn't fantastic because they just don't have the sheer number of people.
Yeah, they gotta match you with somebody instead of making you wait fucking 15 minutes until somebody eventually shows
sometimes,
up.
like if you play during the day or whatever, you're not gonna get a match. Like it's fucking ridiculous on how long it can be. But
right. So before we go on to the next video on this outline here, I got one. It's random. It's from Player Unknown's. What's it called? What's that game called? Battlegrounds? Yeah. Yes, that's what it's called. So it's a game where you're dropped in from a plane. I think it's 100 people on a huge island, and then you just gotta outlive everybody. That's the whole point. You die. That's it. You're done. Up until there's only one dude. As time goes, though, like it blocks off parts of the map, so you can't be there anymore. If you're there, you get missiled or you get rocketed, and you're just done. So eventually you get to a very small point where you're gonna be forced to have a gun battle or whatever you have. But yeah, so this is a dude that got a car into the tunnels or there's some underground part here, and he actually met up 3 dudes, and then he ran the shit over them. Yeah. So you can actually play this game too with squads. So
yeah.
These 3 guys were definitely in it.
This guy's going, what the fuck? There's a car in here.
Yeah. And the cool thing is it didn't kill him right away. So he killed one of them by running them over. And then the other 2 guys, he just shot them.
No, he just ran over all 3 guys right there.
Oh, he did. But they're not dead. They were just knocked out.
Oh, they're not dead. Oh.
They were just knocked out. There was one of them that he
kill,
ran over.
gets out.
Yes. And then he's not even done. He's going to go out of the tunnel, and there's still one dude. And I'm pretty sure that this one dude knew that was happening too, because he was on the lookout for this dude. And then they both ran out of ammo. Here, I'm going to fast forward, actually, just a little bit. And they both ran out of ammo, and they got into a little confrontation here. So here you go. They're shooting at each other. He just came out of the tunnel. They both ran out of ammo right here, and then he's just going to make a run for him and punch him in the face. And he killed 4 guys that were in one squad alone by himself.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
He had friends on Skype too that were probably in the game and already dead, maybe?
He just Superman punched him.
Yes,
what the fuck?
Yes. That game seems pretty alright.
If you got a squad, I think that would be an alright thing. If you're just playing pub, that looks like it would be an ass raping.
If everybody's truly alone, that's the thing. You can go on the settings and say match with a party that's my size only if you want. That would take a long time to find a match probably.
Yeah, it
But,
does. It depends on how many people play.
Yes. Well, depending on your squad size too. Like if you're a fucking
Yeah.
squad of 6, it's probably gonna. Well, it's 100. So maybe the bigger number might 10. I doubt that there's like 10 squads out there.
Yeah.
Anyways, that game looks pretty alright. The next video here and a bunch of news is related to Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. I had it backwards there. It's coming out September 19th. I'm not sure if we knew that already, but this is the first gameplay trailer. This is the news actually. It got revealed that the 2 main bad guys in this single player storyline is Ultron and Sigma.
Yeah.
And Sigma's from Mega Man, and Ultron is from just Marvel in general.
Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're gonna like combine together, I guess, into like some weird
fuse
robot. 'Cause
together
they're
or
both,
something,
They're both
yeah.
robots.
Yeah.
Spoiler alerts. And the
Hey,
weird,
you mean a Mega Man enemy that's a robot?
yes.
What?
Yes. Weird. And the weird thing, Sigma, he's DLC. So if you want to play as him, you gotta pay.
Yeah.
You gotta pay, man. It looks like a Marvel versus Capcom game. They say that they want to make it noob friendly and stuff. Make the new players to the game have some fun, but what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's still Marvel versus Capcom. It's going to be a shit show on the screen if you don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit going on. Yeah.
I'm okay at Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but the second, 3, just anyone, just Marvel vs. Capcom in general. But the second I play somebody that actually knows what they're doing, it's over. They're like comboing me for 200 hits. I'm just like, well, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, I think it was the first one. There was a lot of infinite juggles that you could do.
Yes, there was a few of those in the classic ones.
Which I think they got rid of a lot of them in the second one.
September 19th. What else? So that trailer showed Chun-Li, Chris Redfield, Strider, and then Sigma. And then from the from the Marvel side, it showed Thor, Hulk, and Rocket Raccoon, and Ultron. I already mentioned that.
Yeah.
Timur Gagiev. I don't. Sure.
Yeah.
Swedish. He's Swedish. He has a project called Open Lara, and he's taking the first Tomb Raider, rewriting it in OpenGL, and it's making it playable in your web browser. So you can play this in Chrome and Firefox, whatever the hell supports hardware accelerated stuff. So yeah, you can play that in a web browser. It's pretty cool. It's only a demo. The full game is not out yet. He has a LinkedIn page, and it seems like he's working on Quake Champions as well. So doing this in his spare time. Just here's some Tomb Raider stuff.
So he's actually working for Bethesda or id or whatever, and
yeah, that's sure. Why not?
Like he's not working on. Well, I don't know what the hell working on Quake Champions would actually mean outside of working for id.
Yes, he's doing some kind of work on Quake Champions. I have no idea. That's what the article said. Yeah. I don't know what his actual job title there is. But the Timur, I'm sure, however you say his first name, I'm sure he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Twitch, here you go. That's the news I was mentioning earlier. They have an affiliate program that's going to launch this month, I guess. There's not a lot left to this month, but there you go. It's going to come out. So what they're going to do is... there's a few things. I should have did this back the other way. But okay, so what this will do at first, the first day that this comes out, you will be able to cheer people with bits. And I think bits, eventually, you can cash that in for money if you want to, or buy stuff on the Twitch store and wherever, buy games, I guess, because it's Amazon now. But that's what bits do. And later on, it will let the affiliate program members have subs, so they're going to be paying you to watch your channel without ads. And then you can also have one custom emote. What's going to be our emote? Because we qualify for this, so we're probably going to get in, I assume.
I don't know.
I had to guess. You don't know. All right. Well, I don't know either. Here, we're going to put this one. We're going to put the Curbs Toasty. That's going to be our emote. Just that. Curb's gas mask in a hat. That seems like that's the only thing I could think of so far. So there you go. And then it will also allow people to buy games through your stream, and it will have ads that will actually pay you. But that's not right up. Whenever they launch this month, you only have those bits that they can cheer you.
Now, what are these bits though? Like, that's what I don't fully understand.
If you're into the Twitch culture, you know more than I do, really.
I'm not into the Twitch.
Well, me
culture.
neither. So that's
so neither of us have any clue what bits
no
are.
bits.
Okay.
You can earn them. It's like you earn them while you watch shit, I think, and it's fake currency, but it becomes real for people who stream, I guess, and you can buy stuff with it. I have no idea. But yeah, bits.
Okay, I don't. Is that something you have to have Amazon Prime to get that or something, or is that just something?
I fucking have no idea.
Yeah, okay, because I don't see anything like that through my
transcodes, which is the fancy word that means where you can watch the stream in multiple qualities.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a shitty connection, you can go down a little bit. That will be available for Twitch affiliates as. What did they say? As available. So I don't know what really that means, because it says that for the same shit for people who aren't in the affiliate. So people who just are a regular Twitch user can also get transcodes as available. So I guess that means no, you're not going to get it.
Yeah,
which
as
sucks.
available.
Because it's fucking Amazon.
I guess they're going to release things in certain order.
Yep. No, but the as available thing, that's available to regular Twitch users too, like just regular ass Twitch users. So that's weird. Anyways, the requirements are pretty low. So it's if you have at least 500 total minutes broadcast in the last 30 days, that's us. That's pretty easy doing the 500 total minutes. We almost do 500 total minutes in 1 week. And then we have Mac that does stuff here too. So that's pretty easy. 30 days, 1 month. That's no problem. Then it says at least 7 unique broadcast days in the last 30 days. That's not a problem either. And then it says an average of 3 concurrent viewers. You know, sometimes yes and no. We hover around the 3 viewer mark most of the time. And then at least
just
50
on Twitch.
And then at least 50 followers. We have way more than 50. I don't remember how many, but it's like 300 or something. It might be 400. I don't remember.
300 follow. 313.
313, sure. It's been a while since I looked at anything on the Twitch page. Well, not the followers anyways. So at Kenyo Takada, he has worked on some of Nintendo's most iconic games like Star Fox and some other Super Nintendo games. Anyways, and even consoles and tech, because that's what was his job. Mm-hmm. Anyways, this June, he is 68 years old and he's stepping down from his job. That he's done, retired.
I want to go fuck some young Asian bitches. Bye bye.
I guess his official last job title was Nintendo's game and hardware designer. That was his official title when he was like the cool shit doing his thing. And then at the end when he was the boss, I think it was something else. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he's like the. Because when who died, it's not Shigeru, it's a fucking Iwata.
Yeah.
When Iwata died, he became the co-CEO or the co-whatever the hell Iwata was with Shigeru for a little bit. And then he became something else. He basically had the same job. It's just he was the boss of it. He was still the hardware and designer and looked after the tech.
Well, he's the guy that came up with the 64 controller. So
awesome. That's the greatest controller.
Like we said earlier, take that as you will.
The greatest controller of all time. That analog stick worked great always and never failed. That left shoulder button was there. That worked with the D-pad sometimes. That was just a weird controller. Man, that controller was weird.
Yes. Well, yeah. GameCube controller as well was.
The GameCube controller was weird in its own way, but you were like, it kind of looks like
in
a DualShock.
some game, in the Nintendo games it worked, but in other games, I remember trying to play Tony Hawk on that.
Oh, dude, I can't believe you brought up Tony Hawk, because in my mind I was like, dude, Tony Hawk works perfectly fine with that controller.
It works so much better on the PlayStation.
I don't know about you, but that having that Ollie button be in the middle, it's pretty alright.
Okay, you're joking, right?
No, it works perfectly fine because that's the button you hold all the time. You literally hold that button all the time.
Your hand goes like this?
No, it doesn't go like that. You hold the A. It's the biggest button with your thumb. Okay, and when you want to grind, the Y is right above it. It's literally you just go bloop right above the A, and then you want to go grab the B's right there. It's right beside A.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of claw fucking hand you got, but
it's the A button's so big, and the other buttons are right there. I don't know why you need to claw it. The buttons are right there.
Because the way the controller was shaped, it was in the center, so you'd be holding. How do you hold the controller then?
Like a regular controller.
So then
what
you'd
does that
be like
what
your
does the
thumb would be all the way over in the center,
No,
opposed to.
let's say there's a button in the middle of this controller, the PS4. Okay, let's say the PS4, the X is in the middle. What does that have to do? My hands would be holding it the same exact fucking way.
Sorry.
The same way.
So okay, the PlayStation button is in the middle.
No, I'm saying the X.
So,
let's say the X, okay,
yeah,
is a little bit bigger, and
you'd
it's in
just
the
be
middle.
using holding the PlayStation button like this.
It's right here. It's right. It's right
How's
there.
my hand shaped right there?
It's right there. That's not where the A was. What are you talking
Yes,
about?
it was. It was in the center of the controller.
Dude, no, it wasn't.
Well,
it
maybe I was
wasn't.
playing on a Mad Catz thing that was all fucked
You're
up.
just that's fucking crazy. Go look at an official GameCube controller. It's just a DS3 with a big A button in the middle, and then the other buttons are beside the A button, and there's one on top. I know what the goddamn GameCube controller looks like. That Wavebird controller, the wireless GameCube controller. I'm gonna say it right now: the best wireless controller of all time. The best wireless controller of all time. It's pretty good. Yeah, it kind of just looks like a DualShock with smaller shoulders, like at the bottom, like shoulder. What would you call
maybe
it?
I'm thinking it was the C thing that was weird.
It's just an analog stick without a fucking like stick. It's just a nub.
Maybe it wasn't a GameCube controller. Maybe
I
it was.
have no idea what controller you're talking about, but that worked perfectly fine for Tony Hawk. It's a good Tony Hawk controller. It's one of the few third-party games that it worked really good with. Anyways, I didn't play much Tony Hawk on the GameCube. I only had one of them. The majority of my Tony Hawk career was spent on the Xbox, so have fun with that, because that original Xbox controller, not so good with the Tony Hawk
The
games.
Boomerang?
No, not the Boomerang, just the big ass one, whatever the hell it's called. The one that kind of looks like the Dreamcast controller.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not the original Xbox, but the next one, because they only had that original.
No, the
giant
original
motherfucker.
Xbox. The original
No,
Xbox
I understand
had
the
two
original.
Yeah, the original Xbox controller.
Because
So the original Xbox,
I have
the original
an original
controller.
Xbox controller, but it's the same as the Xbox 360 or whatever size-wise.
Yeah, the S controller,
Right.
which stood for small, I guess. They didn't really ever say that.
Maybe.
Anyways, Nintendo news now. Let's move on to that. They announced some Switch numbers. They shipped 2.74 million units. That's in the U.S. So that's pretty good. That's pretty all right so far. Zelda has shipped 3.84 million. So, hey, there's more Zeldas than there are of the console out there. So that's cool. So worldwide, they sold 55.08 million 3DSs in fiscal 2016. That's a lot. You know what? That 2.74 million, that's worldwide, actually. That's worldwide. I'm sure it went up significantly with the Mario Kart launch. I'm sure that it pretty much doubled. Anyways, so this is all worldwide. Sorry. Pokemon, the two Pokemon games on the 3DS sold 14.44 million in fiscal 2016. That ends in March. So it goes from March to March. Super Mario Maker, that was a lame version of that game for the 3DS. It still sold or shipped 2.34 million. So there you go. And then the Wii U, they sold 660,000 of those things. 760,000? Did I say that all right? Yep. I think I said that right.
Sure.
So they didn't sell a lot because in the last three months in the year, so from March until January in 2017, they sold zero Wii U's. None. They were like, we're done. We sold them all. We're done. So anybody who bought a Wii U until between those 2 dates was not from somewhere that reports numbers to Nintendo, I guess, or was third hand. So yeah, not a lot of Wii U sold in the last fiscal year. It's 77% down from year to year.
Yeah,
And,
no, I'm just curious on the did they have a list of what 15 million games they sold for the Wii U?
Well, 15.8 million. Well, I'm assuming a lot of that was Mario games.
Yeah.
And the Zelda. No, Zelda
Breath
was
of the Wild?
after. Zelda was after that.
Yeah. Okay.
So not in those numbers. So yeah, it must have been all Mario games. I bought some Mario games in 2000. No, I didn't have a Wii U. I bought it in 2015. All right, that's when I bought those Mario games. So yeah, 14.8 million. That's down 46% year over year. In terms of financial, Nintendo's net sales for the period amounted to 489 billion yen. Oh man, in Canadian, I want to say that's like I have Canadian written down somewhere in comparison to yen. In another story, I don't know why I didn't do it here. Let's see.
I would think that would be like 1.9-ish American.
No, it would be more than that. It'd be, in Canadian, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I'm looking it up right now. So in Canadian, how much was this? 489 billion yen in Canadian is 5,999 million. 990 million. Sorry. So yeah, it's almost 6 billion Canadian.
Yeah.
So that's just the net sales. That's down 3% compared year to year. And then their profits, though, they netted 102 billion yen. So a little bit less than a quarter of their full net sales they profited from. So that's up 521% from last year. But this includes the sale of the Seattle Mariners. So they made some money from that. Selling an MLB team. So yeah. Spider Daddy is asking us, which one of the 10 Vita games did you guys ever buy? When they went off on sale for $10, I bought some of them. Wipeout is really good on the Vita.
Don't have a Vita, so
Wipeout's really good on the Vita.
0.
What else? I got Uncharted when it was $10 too. When they were like $5-10, why not get them? They were so cheap. I got Spy Hunter, which is not a very good game. That was so cheap. I was like, I might as well check it out. That Xbox original Spy Hunter game was really good, and then the sequel with The Rock in it was pretty okay too. It wasn't as good as that original 3D one, but yeah, Spy Hunter's okay. It's not a bad game. Anyways, that's Nintendo. Hey, talk about cars and stuff. Forza Horizon 3. There's a DLC pack that is Hot Wheels. It features the Hot Wheels. Oh, hey, I'm still looking at some Marvel vs. Capcom. Here you go. It says Sigma is DLC in here. If you need confirmation for that, there you go. All right, I'm going to skip it now. So yeah, this looks pretty sick because it looks like you're driving on a Hot Wheels track in a Forza game. So that's interesting. Why not? I want to say that they have had like Hot Wheels looking models in the game before, but I don't think they've had the tracks that look all cool like this. Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely.
I've definitely never seen the track thing like this.
No. I maybe borrowing from like current games like a GTA, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
And what else?
GTA's got a lot of...
What's that? Stunt? No, Mania. Trackmania. Jeez. It does look a little bit like Trackmania in terms of gameplay. Less fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Forza Horizon 3. Another reason that I would want to get an Xbox, to be honest. Those Forza games are really good. I think the last Horizon game I played was the first one. I don't think I played 2. You had an Xbox 360.
I've only... Sorry, Horizon?
Yes, the first Horizon.
I've never played a Horizon.
Oh, okay.
I played 1 and 2 Forza.
Oh yeah, well we've talked about that last week.
Not Horizon.
We talked about that. I don't want to know about your Forza 1 and 2 ways. old man.
Yeah, pretty much. I have a car. I drive the car. I don't want to come home and drive a car. I might want to explode a car, which is later in the news article.
You get to race and stuff and go off road and like jump it and shit and race against a plane. Like you're never gonna do that in real life.
Who says I haven't?
Race against a plane. I'm just gonna go on and say that you haven't done that. And if you did, that was in your own mind. It was not an official race. You were just looking at it in the air. You were like, I'm going to beat it.
I've definitely raced trains in that manner.
Well, a train, that's, yeah, sure. Who hasn't done that? I don't think I've ever done that, actually. It doesn't seem worth it. I'm just going to say that I didn't race it. Maybe the signals were on. I was just like, I looked both ways. It was, okay, the train's pretty far. And then I went. But, you know, nothing crazy. I didn't break the fucking, you know, the signal that comes down. I didn't break that thing off.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about going cross country and you're going through a train that's like 3 kilometers long.
And there's cost behind you. You're going 160, just flooring it.
160. That's it.
Well, you might have a regulator on your car because you're a family man. You know, you got to spend your money wisely. Get that Mazda 3 or, you know, that not that expensive car. You know, it's you know, it looks sporty, but you could still fit your family in there.
I don't think you could in a Mazda 3. Mazda 3 is a pretty small piece of shit.
Well, yeah, and it's not expensive. That's what I'm saying. People can fit in the back. Fuck off. Get in there. You kids, stop complaining back there. Shut up and stay back there. All right. Yep. Prey. Yep. That's coming out right now. You can get it on the Xbox One. Came out at midnight. And on the PSN is going to come out at midnight tonight. And on the PC, you have to wait until May 3rd. Sorry about that.
Now, I thought this is if you got the premium edition or something. Or this.
Oh,
is
maybe. Well, then it's going to be...
It's
going to be out on Tuesday for everybody then. If this isn't the premium, whatever the hell.
I think that's what that is, but I don't know
it's
for
possible.
sure.
It's possible. The numbers got released on how many gigabits you're going to need or gigabytes you're going to need.
Yeah, that's a huge fucking install.
Well, so I think the actual game is smaller, but there's a patch, day one patch, that makes it 42 gigabytes on the PlayStation Network. And on the Xbox One, it's a little bit less. It's 38 gigabytes, but that's still a lot.
Yeah.
For day one. But, you know, that's
if you only have a 500 gig hard drive, that's a pretty big sized chunk.
That's 1/8 of your hard drive, I guess, right? I'm
just
calculating that okay. The minimum requirements and recommended PC specs got released here. Here's the minimum. You got to have an Intel i5 2400 or an AMD FX 8320. I'm not that far from that. I just need to step my game up a tiny little bit. I could probably do that CPU.
320-ish, not quite though.
I could probably do
I know what you have.
If I
you have an 80. You have an 8120, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. So I don't think so. Honestly, you probably can get into it, but then again, your graphics card is going to be nowhere near this. So that's then the next.
And Spider Daddy makes a point here in the chat room. He says just plug in another hard drive, and that's true. You can do that with the PS4 now, and you've always been able to do that with the Xbox. So just get that USB 3 external hard drive. Some of them are even faster than the internal drives. So if you don't want to open up a PlayStation or an Xbox to put in a new hard drive in there, especially Xbox, I don't think you can do that officially. So USB 3.0 is pretty fast.
Yeah.
Okay,
are USB 3?
Yes, both systems, yes.
Okay.
The GPU minimum requirements for Prey is the GTX 660, 2 gigabits, or why bits? I keep saying that because I keep dealing with bits right now with all these video encoders and all that. Anyways, and then you can also have an AMD Radeon 6850, 2 gigabytes as well, and you need 8 gigabytes of memory, which I don't even have that, so I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. No, I wish I wasn't going to play this on the PC anyways. And then if you want to play it looking good on your PC, you need an Intel i7 2600K or an AMD FX 8350. Oh, that's not too bad. It's not like you don't need too high of a
that is actually CPU. Pretty low, relatively for CPU.
Yes, for CPU.
The graphics cards are.
Yes, you need a 9700. No, 9700.
GTX 970. Or an AMD R290.
97 something. Yes.
Yeah. So they're like last generation cards. Actually, yeah, I get the 980 or the 290 would be 2 generations for an AMD card, but that would be at the top of the line pretty much for what that generation was. So fairly reasonable specs. Like it's not too bad.
Yeah, for recommended, that's not bad.
Yeah, because like I'm comparing this to what Dishonored 2 was, and Dishonored 2's original specs were pretty ridiculous. On even if you had the graphics card they were saying for the recommended, you were still only getting like 28, 35 frames a second. So I'm not sure exactly what this recommended actually means. Typically, it means 60 frames a second at 1080p, but if I'm taking what they did with Dishonored 2, then maybe not. But after the patch of Dishonored 2, it became substantially better. So I don't know if that actually increased it up to approximately 60 or not.
Mm-hmm. PC stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, 16 gigabytes of RAM is what they actually recommend.
Yeah. Which is getting up there. I highly doubt it would ever actually hit 16. It's just probably over 8.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're hitting 8. And if you were to hit 8 and you only have 8, your system would just take a giant dump on itself.
Yep. Are you into Tekken at all? Is that your
Once
thing?
was.
Okay.
Once was.
Well, so they're up to 7 and they're talking about it. So Katsuhiro Harada, he's the guy who always comes out and talks about Tekken because he's the quote-unquote boss of it. He says he's trying to champion the cause in bringing Sony and Microsoft together in playing online. Because he wants Tekken
that would
to be
cool.
cross-platform, but that's never going to happen.
Yeah. I know. But that'd be like for the community, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be cool to play the cross-platform games like that for sure. Especially fighting games would just make sense. It's like why split up the community like that at all when you don't have to.
Exactly.
You could bring Xboxes and PS4s at fucking Evo and they would just work together. That'd be pretty sick.
It wouldn't happen because Microsoft, they want exclusive titles or whatever, so they want people to then buy their system.
Same with Sony, and I would say that.
I know, and Microsoft and Sony would both be doing they're both being dicks. Like, there's a lot of developers that have come out and said, all we have to do is go flip a switch, and like they already have it from PC to Microsoft and PC to PS4, but they don't have the PS4 to the Xbox. Yeah,
it's like a love triangle with that missing link in the middle there.
Yeah, like it's just they will not. Sony and Microsoft will not let it happen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Yes. Tekken is being released on Xbox, and yes, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. They're both being like just Spider Daddy in the chats talking of that they're both getting Tekken 7. Yes, that is true, but chances are the Sony wants the appearance of that they'll likely have the larger community because A, they have the more consoles, and B,
Street Fighters on
more. Well, I just think Sony is where most
Street Fighters on it, and Marvel vs. Capcom's on it, and Evo and all that already all play on. I want to say all play on PlayStation.
Yeah, Sony is typically where the fighting community goes to, but
yes, unless
if you were
PC.
able to, fair enough.
Yeah,
but console wise, is typically where people go to. Now, if you could get the casual gamer that's on the Xbox One to then start playing with mid to casual gamers on the Sony side, your community will just grow and it'll just be good. Like it'll just be good for the community, or fighter, for whatever game. Like even if you're talking about COD or something like that, it just mixing those players would be good for the game community, not so much for the consoles, but for the game community itself.
Mm-hmm. And more Tekken news here. He asked for guest characters on Twitter, and the one he said that stood out to him was Kazuya from Yakuza. he's pretty cool. He would be a guy that would fit into a fighting game anyways because he fights a lot already in his game of Origin anyways. So he said that he would have to make deals with Sega and don't be hopeful of that happening, but he seemed excited at that prospect. And he also said don't expect a Switch version anytime soon. He didn't say that it won't happen. It's just we're focusing on PS4 and the Xbox One right now. He said that they had a plan for rage quitters, but he wouldn't say what the penalty was. He just said that there would be penalties. That's all. He didn't say anything else, which was interesting. He said the reason he wouldn't reveal more is because the hackers are going to know how we work, and so they're going to be able to get around it. Like, okay, that seems like Japanese talk to me right there.
Yeah, that sounds really weird to me.
So this is called, for the home, it's called Tekken 7 Fated Retribution. And it's just an upgrade of the arcade game, which is pretty much what they've been doing with Tekken for, I want to say maybe even the first game. It's been an arcade game first, I want to say. Maybe not the PS1 games. I don't know. It's been an arcade game forever anyways. So, yeah. He said the biggest change that they did is there's more costumes in this one because a lot of people found it just looks like Tekken. Now there's costumes that make it look not like Tekken, I guess. And
the costumes would make it more Tekken.
Sure.
I would think.
And there's more contrast between the brights and the darks because there's a cool little filter on it or something, whatever you're doing. As I hit my mic like a noob. And weirdly enough, when you're playing the single player, I don't know if this is probably not going to apply to the multiplayer. There's no way I can assume. But there's like mini games and third person shooting in between the fighting. That looked pretty cool. There's a character. I already forgot his name. It starts with an L. It's 4 letters. It's a guy. And it was, and it's pretty cool. He shoots guys, and then if he gets shot, it just goes into like the fighting. They like stand up and they start fighting.
Oh, okay.
And then if you shoot them, they die. If they shoot you, it just takes away some health, and then you fight. There's a bunch of them. It looks different and cool. I don't know what the other mini games could be, but yeah. I wish I got a video of that. I should have totally done that. But anyways.
Yeah.
More Japanese news here out of Capcom this time. They announced today their earnings for the fiscal year. A lot of this because, March 31st, not that long ago. So a lot of these numbers are being released. So here's where I got my Canadian numbers here with the yens. All right. So revenue rose 12.2% year over year to 87 billion yen. That's approximately 1,067 million Canadian dollars. That's a lot of money. I'll take that 67 million. Thank you.
But again, that's revenue, not.
Yes, that's revenue. The income rose 14.6%, a little bit higher than last year, to only 8.8 billion yen. So, only, it's all right. It's not as much as you would think it would be.
Well, it'd be, just
107 million Canadian.
Million
is
Canadian.
How much that is, yes. An American,
for a company the size of Capcom, that doesn't sound.
You say the size of Capcom, but Capcom has gotten significantly smaller since the 360 days. Yeah, because what's that game that they
made
teased?
A lot of bad games.
What's that game that they teased that was like an RPG thing? Dark Below. Is that no? Fuck, what was that called? Anyways, and I don't think it ever came out. It might be a free to play game now.
I don't know what game you're talking about.
Called? Beneath? No, I fucking don't remember what that was called. It looked like Dark Souls, pretty much. I think that was the basic idea of it. Anyways, that was they announced that before the PS4 came out. Even it was like, this is going to be one of our first games, and I never heard about it. Anyways, disappointing numbers though from all the games, according to their target numbers. Anyways, Resident Evil 7 sold 3.5 million as of March 31st. They were expecting to sell at least 4 million, so that's a little bit less than the 4 million there. It's about 500,000 less. Yeah. Monster Hunter X shipped 1.7 million, and they were expecting to ship 2 million. So that's not too bad. I wouldn't classify that as a failure right away, because it's probably going to do better in the long term. Anyways, it's a Monster Hunter game. People are going to buy it in Japan. Here, the freaks are going to buy it, but there's less freaks here. And then,
the JRPGs are.
Well, this isn't even really a JRPG. This is
what's Monster Hunter's
it's
I
like
would
a
think
mishmash
still
of stuff. It's like it
Yeah,
is a
might-
JRPG, but because Monster Hunter is old, like it's been around for a long
Yeah,
time. So
yeah. Oh,
to
yeah.
because that's the thing, to classify it as a JRPG back then is just so different from the typical JRPGs that I like.
True.
I feel different. I feel weird calling it that nowadays, but yeah, it's a fucking JRPG.
Yeah, well, it is just most RPG-based games coming from Japan are not selling well in Europe or North America. So
Unless
that's
you have
huge.
Final Fantasy on the name, that's the only way it's
I
gonna sell.
still don't think Final Fantasy is
they're
selling.
not doing
as much.
gangbusters, but they're doing
Yeah.
okay. They're doing okay.
Oh yeah, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they're happy with their numbers.
But again, like I think Final Fantasy 13 really soiled.
Was
lot of people's-
13 was the last single player one?
It was 13 and 13-2.
Oh yeah, with lightning and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
sure, yes. Now I remember.
Like everyone loved 12, but then 13 really kind of.
I never gave a shit about Final Fantasy in a long time, but
Yeah.
Lightning seems like an alright character. I don't know how she is in game, but
Well, it was the gameplay. Like I played 13 for 5 or 6 hours, and I'm like, dude, this fucking sucks.
Final Fantasy 7 kind of looks
so-
like 13, just maybe slightly better. So I don't know.
Mm.
In terms of just the gameplay, anyways.
Like I didn't play 13-2, and I think there was also another one.
Yeah, I want to see people.
but-
People really liked the later game of Final Fantasy 13, and they liked the second game
Maybe.
better. I want to say, because I want to say a lot of people said they played 40 hours, and they were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I played 40 hours, and it took Final Fantasy this long to get good."
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how it was back in the day, though. I wouldn't say that the beginning of Final Fantasy 7 is exactly amazing. Well, the very beginning's okay. But then when you get dropped into the actual overworld and stuff, it's not that crazy. And even the Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 8 was the game I played a lot, and it probably took 15 hours
Yeah,
to really get into it.
Yes, that's
But
especially true
that's
for the.
15 opposed to 40. That's a big difference.
Well, I think that's especially true for the Nintendo ones and the Super Nintendo one. I didn't really play the Nintendo ones that much, but I have to assume in text it's just even slower. In the Super Nintendo one, it starts with a cool scene, but again, as soon as you get
everything
into the
was
overworld,
like the Final Fantasy 7 and 8 were all in text. Like they had
yes.
3D. Well, I guess 8 was 3D or whatever.
Well, 7 was 3D.
7
with
was 3D as well, but it
backgrounds.
was
It's like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Just even shittier graphics. Just even shittier. You could see those
But it
polygons
was-
from a mile away.
It was all still just text. It wasn't anything talking to you.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. Oh, hey,
some
Capcom
of
here.
those was really bad.
Capcom here. The lowest earning here of the year is Dead Rising 4.
Rising 4.
They didn't even release a number. They just said it was low. They were expecting 2 million.
I could have
probably
sworn
didn't do that.
it was 900,000. I read somewhere.
Oh, maybe. I did not see it in the article I was reading. Beneath a million. That's
But yeah,
not,
so yeah,
that's
right,
bad.
exactly,
That's
right.
bad.
like the numbers were.
The weird thing about Dead
Like,
Rising 4 is it just seems like it came out. I didn't really hear
It did.
anything about it. It's just like, here you go,
Exactly.
guys.
So, I just don't think the game was up to par.
Well,
was one of the
I
issues,
do
so they
think-
just did a
no,
soft.
So I think that they made it too easy and people kind of rebelled against that. But I didn't really hear like too much about
thing is,
it in terms of
You
ads
had
or
there was the two though. There was two modes. There was casual and classic. So
Sure.
you could have it being difficult. You could have it all the time restrictions and all that type of shit.
in 4. Are you sure about
Yep.
that?
Yep.
All
There
right,
was
okay.
the two modes. There was classic and then casual.
Okay, all right.
They had both modes, and it's just that they actually added that part in that you could play casual or you could play the classic version. And because I think it was 3 off the record is when they introduced that concept.
I have no problem with doing both. That seems like a weird thing to complain about. Just turn it
I
on
don't think
classic, but-
I just don't think the world and all that type of shit was
No,
well
well, I
developed.
think that they made it more accessible overall, even if the timer is still
Okay.
there. I think that the timer might be
'cause I do
less
know
restrictive as
they-
it was before. Because in the
I guess that
first
would've been
game, it was
too
just like, dude, you're fucked. That's it. You're done.
Yeah,
Just restart the
yeah.
game right now.
But I do think they made it so that you didn't have to go to a workbench. You could just make shit anywhere you wanted.
Yeah.
And I don't, even in the classic version, I think that was what you did. You could just, if you had the parts, you could just make it right there, which a lot of people had. A lot of the diehard guys that like it, like the Dead Rising games, had a lot of issue with that. But I just, the story, I never heard anything whatsoever about the story. It was obviously just about killing zombies, killing hordes and hordes and hordes of zombies.
Well, the
Well,
thing
that
I
gets
heard the
old
most about
really fast.
the thing I heard the most about is the selfie cam. Like that's the thing I saw the most about that game. A lot of funny, silly pictures where he does silly faces in front of zombies and stuff. That's what I saw the most about that game, really.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. A UK teenager is going to jail for 2 years for creating a program that resulted in more than 1.7 million attacks on Xbox Live, Minecraft, TeamSpeak, according to The Guardian. I'm assuming this probably was involved in the Sony attacks too, if I had to guess. But
Yeah.
Adam Mudd, he created something called the Titanium Stressor Program. He created it when he was 16. Crazy. And he sold the program to unnamed cyber criminals, and he earned himself £386. That's got to be a decent amount of money here.
386,000.
Sorry, £386,000. That's totally what I
Yeah.
meant. That's totally what I meant.
That's a big difference in in how much you got there.
Yes. So in Canadian money, that's almost double. Yeah, it's 678,000.
Yeah, it'd be 700,000. Quite.
Almost 700,000. Yeah. Well, he was 16, man. Like, I guess you could treat him as an adult, but he was a kid. Just let him do his cyber criminal stuff. He didn't even do it directly. He just coded the program.
Now that's the interesting thing. Like in Canada, he would be a minor at 16. I don't like unless you kill somebody, you're a minor.
Yes.
And they gave out
was
his
in the
name.
UK, so maybe in the 16
I know.
is adult.
I don't know how the UK system works on that.
but-
Because that either, I would assume he's still going to he'll be offered a job when he gets out.
Well, he said he's going to go in jail, and he got like 4 charges. I don't remember, but cyber stuff, and they said he pleaded guilty. And when they gave him the 2 years, he looked like he had no emotions and he didn't give a shit, I guess is what they said. So whatever. Maybe he is some kind of psycho. Maybe he is some kind of psycho, but like at the end of the day, he's like attacking computers. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
He's not if he is a threat where maybe he will get a gun and kill some people, then yeah, maybe, but whatever, man. He's a kid coding some bullshit, and he's like, yeah, I fucking took down all this shit. Fucking awesome.
It's also what he does with the information, how he's looking at.
Well, that's the thing. He sold it to people, so he was just coding programs that was like, oh, this is awesome. I could take down so many people, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna make money.
Well, it's criminal espionage and all. That can lead into some pretty.
It's not cool.
If you're doing that shit at 16, what is he going to be doing at 24, at 34?
Oh yeah, for sure. Probably good they catch him now.
Well, is it going to do anything?
We'll see. If he is some kind of psycho, it's not going to do anything. He's just going to go in prison and keep that same face he had the whole time.
Well, if he's going to prison with adults, he's going to be a butt cushion.
Sure.
Or a pin cushion, because he'd be the one taking it.
Unless they have unless 16 is not considered an adult and there's a pedophile in that prison and they've beaten his ass up for being a pedophile, then I'm assuming they're not going to go do that 16-year-old stuff.
Yeah.
Because I hear that's what they do to pedophiles in prison. They pretty much just kill them.
Yep.
Which is not bad.
Or they get sent to solitary or whatever.
I'm not against that either. That's probably even better.
I'd rather have them be beaten to death. But
yeah, no, solitary. They're
like to the point, Paul Bernardo's still alive. There's something wrong with that.
Routers is reporting that Vivendi is likely to pursue a takeover of Ubisoft this year. So
again.
Well, not again, because
it was last year.
No, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything yet. Vivendi's always said, we don't want to do anything, guys. We're just gonna stay over here.
No, they tried buying stock off.
Oh yeah, no, they're always buying stocks. Ever since they bought the first stock, it's always gone up. They're at 25% right now of the company, and they have a 22% say right now. And I think there's some kind of law in France where if you have 30%, it's like incentivized for you to own the full thing. I have no idea. But France.
But yeah.
Because they bought Gameloft, which is the company owned by Yves, whatever the fuck his name is, Guillermo or whatever. I don't remember what his full name is, but the guy who owns Ubisoft, the guy who runs Ubisoft, his brother owns Gameloft, and they took over Gameloft in the same way that they're possibly doing with Ubisoft now.
Well, Gameloft is actually I would think Gameloft would be larger
Well,
than
Gameloft was
Ubisoft.
no, I don't think they're larger, but they're definitely fucking huge. Because isn't Gameloft?
Well, Gameloft does so much.
Gameloft, I want to say they're the ones that make the Mario Kart, not the Mario Kart, sorry, the Mario Golf games. Is Gameloft? I want to say I'm 99% sure on that. So yeah, they get around. They do a lot of mobile stuff, but outside the mobile stuff, they also fucking develop a lot of stuff for people. So yeah, it's a pretty big company.
It's actually not as large as I thought it would be.
No, because it's pretty much just France.
24 million euros.
Mm-hmm. Because I want to say that's just France. Ubisoft is fucking everywhere. So yeah, it's a pretty big company. So Xbox One compatibility, backwards compatibility. Sorry, let me restart that. So Xbox One backwards compatibility. If you haven't heard, the list is just growing today, right now. If you own Dead Space 2 and 3, it's already in your library right now. Just go get it. Just download it. Go play it. If you're into Dead Space, and, you want to play that again, go for it. The first one already worked, so if you finish that on the Xbox One, I can do 2 and 3. The Cabela Hunt games are all available now too, and Blops 2 got made available sometime between last week and now. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. They're adding stuff on that list all the time.
Blops?
Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Oh, Black Ops. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know that.
Probably my second favorite Call of Duty game.
Okay. Yeah, I know the Black Ops story-wise was always substantially better, but I still never.
Black Ops 1 was really good. The ending was kind of obvious pretty early into the game because you shot Fidel Castro in that game pretty early. Spoilers, and you missed him.
Mm.
And it's pretty telegraphed what's going to happen at the end with a few of those characters. Anyways, yeah, Blops 2 I just felt had a better storyline, and it connected everything. It even connected World at War, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, Black Ops, it's good. I would play that game. Black Ops 3, not so good. I did not like Black Ops 3 as much. I liked Advanced Warfare more. Is that what it was called? Advanced Warfare, that's what it was called. So Resident Evil 7, there was some DLC called Not a Hero. It's going to get delayed. But the only reason I'm bringing up a delayment of DLC is the way they did it. They uploaded a video. There were just two guys, and they were like, "We're so sorry that we developed this, and it was so shitty, and we had to stall and work on it some more, guys. So we'll be back." Yeah, that was that video. It was weird. I don't know why they did that. They should have just said, "Here's a press release. It's gonna be delayed. Sorry, guys." It's not anything surprising. Hey, this just in, DLC delayed.
Yeah.
just do it. Square
They're
Enix,
Japanese, that's why.
Yeah, it is weird. They always deal with stuff weird. Square Enix won't be releasing Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy 7, that remake, before 2018. So if you're waiting for those two games, get ready to wait some more, because that's not happening. And they also got the Marvel IP recently, and that's also coming out after 2018. So
yeah,
all that stuff later. The things that
the
are coming
Marvel
out,
stuff, they pretty much just got the Marvel
they
IP
just got it
2 months ago.
Yes.
So
yes,
they're not getting jack shit out for
sure
a while.
I wonder what that could be, though. Like who? Because Square Enix now has more studios. Like, they have the Lara Croft people. They could make some weird, crazy third-person thing with.
And I would really like them to, I can't recall what the fuck that.
What if it's just an
called.
MMORPG? No, they already have that. They already have that. They don't need another one.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know what to expect out of that Square Enix Marvel IP, but hey, the games that are coming out this year, next year, they're all like Final Fantasy related and stuff, and like DLC, and that I think there's another Kingdom Hearts remix thing coming out. Maybe, I have no idea, but yeah, there's a few things, but very Japanese things.
Yeah.
Do you remember a game called Dangerous Golf? I want to say it came out like 2 years ago. So It's by the studio called Three Fields, and it was co-founded by ex-Criterion founders Fiona Sperry and Alex Ward in 2014. So yeah, I want to say that Dangerous Golf game came out in 2015. And the basic idea of Dangerous Golf is that it was crash mode, but a golf game that you like did indoors. Like you were shooting golf balls indoors and destroying shit. Well, they're releasing a game called Danger Zone, and it's pretty much just crash mode from Burnout.
Yeah.
So, for the people that have been crying about it, the third game's the best game because it has crash mode and they took it off in Paradise City, meh. Then you can stop crying and just download this and stop being a bitch.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm curious on how they're doing. Is it going to be open world and like activate it like it was in
I only saw screenshots.
Paradise City, or was it? Yeah, I know. That's all I saw.
And there was no real details.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I'm assuming this is just because if it's open world, then I could see them adding in extra stuff over time.
I don't think it's going to be open world because it's a small studio, and it's probably going to be more, like go into this intersection and their stuff and cause shit. That's what
I think it's actually going to be like area based. So you load into a map, and so it'll be exactly what it was in 3 and Revenge.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, here's this intersection. Go into it.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Cause as much damage as you possibly can.
Are you trying to turn around and go backwards? Nope. There's a barricade there. Can't go over there. You got to go into the intersection. Sorry, you don't want to crash. That's not this game. Yeah. Who knows? There was no details. There's just those screenshots. Those screenshots almost made it look like you would set up the crash. Like, grab it.
Yeah.
This
like
car goes there, and then this car goes here, and then you push play.
An editor, you mean?
Yeah, I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Hey, if it's
an editor thing would be a cool thing to add in.
Yeah. Dude, if it's exactly like crash mode, sure, why not? People have been asking me forever. It's gonna sell okay. That's for sure. Hey, if you live in the U.S., you can go to McDonald's right now, because why wouldn't you? But you can buy Mario toys. That's Super Mario. He has toys at McDonald's. And with said purchase of Mario toys, you can win a Switch.
Oh.
Yes.
Fancy.
Mm-hmm. I hear a lot of Americans and, even Canadians winning consoles through like Taco Bell and stuff. I wish, man. Go buy a spicy gordita crunch or whatever the hell it is and get a fucking PS4 with it. That'd be the shit. But no, never happens.
Yeah.
Never happens.
To you mean?
Well, yeah, to most people.
Well, you're talking, like there's like 4 of them for the entire country. And one guy gets 2 of them because he just eats at Taco Bell that fucking much.
That's me. No, sadly, no. All right, there's no Taco Bells close enough for me to do that. So I'm honestly kind of really far from any fast food places, which is weird because I'm in fucking Ottawa. You would think that it would be some fast food places, but no. Downtown, pretty sparse with fucking fast food. Unless you go to the mall. That's it. Hito Center, that's it. Go there. There's some fast food there.
Yeah. Well, Ottawa's a little different because of the capital shit, but then you still have the universities, so that's kind of...
there's a Subway at the residence right at the university, so, there's food there, but it's not, there's no Taco Bell, there's no McDonald's even, there's no Wendy's, there's no A&W, there's nothing.
Yeah.
But, Hito Center is right beside the university, so just go to the mall. Anyways.
Wait, so that's Ottawa U, you mean? Or
yeah, Ottawa U. Carlton has a McDonald's that's not too far. It's pretty busy at like 2 a.m. when the bars close. Yeah. Don't go there unless you're really hungry.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you're in Ottawa. I've been playing this trailer this whole time. It's Call of Duty World War II.
Now, is that the official title or is it just WW2?
Oh, it's WW2, yeah. Roman numeral 2. That is the official title.
Okay.
It looks like a World War II game.
Yeah.
That's what I can say about it. I want to say this is based towards the ending of the war. I think they said 45 to 46, right?
I don't recall that. I do know you're supposed to be playing some guy from Texas.
Yes, he just said Texas player. Yeah, because I want to say that they're doing the final push. in this game.
I could have sworn they said something about doing Normandy, which again would be.
Oh yeah,
in
well
the
Normandy is the very
middle-ish.
beginning, so right? No, wait,
well,
no,
well, no,
right.
no. Normandy is not the beginning.
World
Like
War
the
II.
U.S. didn't come in until year 3 or 3.5, maybe even 4.
Okay, so
Like
was
shit
the
was
beginning
going
for
on in
the
Poland
year.
and France and for a while. So yeah, it might be pretty close to the beginning of when the U.S. came in.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, it's definitely closer to the end of the war because
even Normandy, like there was DAP and all that type of shit that was happened before Normandy and stuff. So
and then we dropped them nuclear bombs. Well, it wasn't us.
well, that was on
Don't
Japan.
blame
And
the
that was the
Canadians.
U.S.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's it. I guess if anybody wants to call in, I might as well put this thingy in. But I doubt anybody's gonna call in. So hey, Mega Scorcher TV on Skype. If you ever want to call in, just do it. You can do it anytime. You don't even need me to prompt you. So whenever you're watching our show, just keep that in mind. Hey, long show this week. There was some news that happened.
Yeah. Just have that Curbs thing come across like that just made me laugh.
Yeah, it's the end of April and Curbs has not showed up. So
Yeah, I'm not
so there you
surprised.
go. Well, me neither. But don't tell me some bullshit. I would rather not know anything. Just don't even tell me anything. Well, yeah, Curbs is a co-host on the show that's supposed to be here, but he's not here. Now I'm very sour about it. No, not really. That will do it. Hey, it's the end of this show, but stay tuned if you're watching live. We're going to be talking about some mixed martial arts and wrestling. If you're into that, stay tuned. If not, then you can probably go. We're done talking about those video games. What? Weird. Steiner, who talks about that?
I don't. I'm
Video
just here to talk
games.
about computers. I don't know
Weird.
anything about video games.
Well, I hear like these guys at Fresh Air is Overrated might talk about video games. You can check them out every Thursday live, and then they also post their shows on iTunes and wherever else podcasts can be found. Fresh Air is Overrated, I think is what it's called, something like that. Something weird. I think they just finished their 227th episode.
Oh, really? That's a
Yeah.
lot of episodes.
Video games, who knew?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that junk. I play Madden and UFC whenever those games come out. That's all I play, man. All about that EA Sports.
Oh yeah. Is
Yeah.
it in the game?
Is it still in the game? I don't know. I haven't played an EA Sports game in a while, so I don't know if they actually still use that as their slogan. They probably still do. They have to. You
I
remember
thought
when
they did change it not too long ago.
Well, I think EA Sports might have changed it for like a year or two. EA's definitely been through a bunch of slogans. There's challenge everything. What else? There's been a bunch of EA shit. Challenge everything was the stupidest one though. Challenge everything. Shut up, EA. With your 007 games that suck. Get the fuck out of here.
EA had 007 games.
Yes. They did the second GoldenEye.
There was a second GoldenEye.
Yes, there was a second GoldenEye.
I did not know this. It must have been horrible.
It was a bad game. It wasn't good. Anyways, hey, I'm gonna head out now.
Okay.
See ya. We'll be back next week every Thursday. Fresh Air is Overrated. Bye.
Bye.